How is it going, YouTube? So it is another day, and I want to show you a little something different today from my toy collection. And this is I'm not going to say Lego because it's not Lego. This is the Palace Theatre, but this is a modified custom version. But before we get into it, as always, this is Game, posting a video a day for the next year on all sorts of nostalgic stuff, pretty mainly toys from the 60s to today, but we're also going to be covering some VHS and some movie posters and things like that as well, and comics and annuals and varying bits in between. For your nostalgic pleasure. So if you think that's something that you can get behind, please do follow and subscribe to me, because it really does mean a lot. I love to hear from you guys in the comments about varying bits and bobs and your nostalgic memories and things like that. So please do feel free to put comments in the comment section, and I will do my best to get back to you guys. But what makes this slightly special? So I am a big movie fan. I absolutely love movies to death. Have done since I was a kid. I love, obviously, old cartoons, and I just think that, to be alive in the sort of, the late 70s, 80s and 90s was just a hell of a time to be alive. We had some amazing stuff as kids. We were very lucky, and I do feel that we were really fortunate in that. So one of the things I always really liked was I saw that Lego did the Palace Theatre, which was obviously a movie theatre, or a cinema in the UK as we would call it. But for me, it was kind of lacking a few bits. Like it didn't have genuine posters. It had sort of fake made up Lego films and things like that. And I just really wanted to kind of have that, but do my own thing with it. I then found a certain Chinese website where they essentially had a very similar thing, which was this one, at literally a fraction of the price. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to order it, put it together, and see if I can modify it to make it what I want. There's obviously a bunch of minifigures that I've put with this that kind of obviously are film based. So I'll just give you a bit of a walkthrough with it. I'm going to have to apologise. There is a bit of dust on this thing. I need to actually get a good case for it. Lego, I'm sure any collector will tell you, Lego is an absolute nightmare to keep dust free. It tends to kind of build up on it, and it's very difficult. I'm not too sure. I'm wondering whether maybe a compressor or something like that might be the best route to kind of clear the dust off these. But again, if anyone's got any good dusting tips for Lego, I would be really keen to know, because it doesn't take long before dust starts forming on these, and it's really difficult to kind of get them dust free. So yeah, at some point I do need to put this in a cabinet, but I need to find an appropriate cabinet that's the right size and height that will accommodate it. I haven't managed to find anything off the shelf at the moment that will fit this. Everything that I've kind of found has just either ended up being too short in terms of the height, or not quite wide enough, or varying things like that. So still on the hunt for that one, but I'm sure I'll come across something at some point. So let's get into this. So at the bottom here, you can see that we've got a bunch of minifigures. So we've got a Gizmo, who looks like he's got a cookie in his hand, and we've got a Stripe, and then we've got an Elliot and E.T. at the back. Now I just put them down the front here. Obviously you've got a big spotlight as well. I put them in front because they kind of went with the movie posters that I went for. I actually customed these with these movie posters, so I replaced the ones that would have been sort of made up. I'm going to say Lego, but it's obviously not Lego brand posters, and these were basically just stickers from the same Chinese website of movie posters. And what I did was I trimmed them down to size so that they fit perfectly. So obviously you can see we've got E.T. there. We've got Jaws, and then we've got The Godfather. So just three awesome films. This, obviously, if we come around to the front here, this was what I mean by the sort of Lego style name. So this obviously is some fake films. This is 3 Clicks and a Snap, which obviously is more in line with what Lego would do. So we've got the entrance that kind of takes you in there. And at the front here, we've got two cars. We've got the limo, which is bringing the, I would say, the movie star, or certainly someone that is a little bit more upper class, to the premiere. And we've got a couple of windows around this side, and you can see as we go up, we've got kind of this here. There we go. So it says Palace on it. And come around this side, you can see we've got that. Now at the front here, there's also a taxi. The taxi I don't think is quite the same scale as the other one. It is a little bit longer, but actually the taxi came with Garfield. So this is Garfield's taxi. Again, it's not an official Lego piece. It is something else, and Garfield doesn't overly sit nicely in the taxi. But myself and my kids, we had fun building it, and we've kind of made it part of the theatre scene now to go with that. So if we move on up to the top, I'm going to bring you up to the top of the building here. And this is where there's a whole load of action happening. So we've got Mike Myers, I don't know what he's doing up there, going after somebody, along with Leatherface as well. So we can pull Leatherface there. He's got his chainsaw out, ready to get somebody. And we've got an Alien versus Predator scene at the top there. So we've got the victim who's got his... let's try and get him out so you can see this. So he's got his chest burster coming out there. Ah! And we've got the Xenomorph, obviously from Aliens, which is pretty awesome. Really like these minifigs. Obviously, these are all available from a certain Chinese website. They're not expensive at all, and they are good fun. We've got Ripley, and then we've got a couple of Predators that are here as well. So these ones are pretty good. You know, as far as non-Lego minifigures go, they are pretty awesome. Obviously, there's also a door here which leads into the next layer. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video, and I am going to take a layer off, and I'm going to show you the internals. So here we go. Okay, so we've got a layer off, and this is showing you the actual movie screen. So we've got a movie screen there. I haven't customized that. That is the movie screen that came with it. But what you can see we've got down here is we've got Ghostface from Scream. So he's waiting to pounce on anyone that comes down them stairs. He's got his knife poised. We've got the movie projector, which is just here. Pretty cool. And then down the bottom here, we've also got a Jason Voorhees and a Chucky from Child's Play. So that is the actual sort of viewing area where all the avid movie fans go. I'm going to pause you again, and we're going to remove another layer now. Okay, so now we're in the actual lobby. So this is where people would pay for their tickets. You can see we've got the lobby guy down here, look. And he has got his slushy machine and his popcorn machine and whatnot in the background. And you can see that I've also customized the posters on the inside as well. So we've got A Clockwork Orange, we've got Full Metal Jacket, and then we've got Jurassic Park. And down this side, we've got another few minifigures. We have got Rocky Balboa. We have got Beetlejuice, pretty cool. And then we've also got RoboCop, just making sure that everybody is doing what they're meant to be doing and staying out of trouble. So that is it. And then we've got the ticket booths at the front there, so they could take the tickets from the front cashier window. So it's really, really cool. And this whole set comes off in layers. So like I say, not a vintage piece, this, but just something that still kicks up a lot of nostalgic vibes. And I wanted to just show it off because it was a little bit custom. I know there's some of you guys out there that love customizing toys. And while I'm not a sort of figure customizer, I do enjoy doing things like this. So, and Lego is just great. I mean, obviously, you know, if I would 100% wholeheartedly support Lego and say that official Lego is definitely the way to go. It's just a shame that it is very, very expensive. But that is it, guys. That is the Palace Theatre. So what did you guys think? Did you like it? Do you think it's cool? Do you think the customizations that I made were cool? Or do you actually just think it's not very good? Do tell me in the comments. I'd love to know. But for now, that is it. And I will see you on the next one.